We have an obligation under the Code of Ethics to not use our seat for personal favors. To throw board members under the bus who have full-time jobs, stating that it's so nice of you to give up 1 hour a day. We have full-time jobs. This is something we volunteered for. It is not supposed to be a full-time job, although some people make it one. Some of us do not. Actions speak louder than words. Please don't tell me what to do.
But Ms. King constantly makes comments while board members are speaking or votes are being taken or the public is going ahead and speaking as well. I don't appreciate that. I don't think that it's respectful. It bothers me. I'm sure it bothers a lot of other people as well. I feel like it's harassment. Just tonight, she said, when someone got up to speak, "This is your plant," from the audience. Then another comment that she made was, after we voted, "like sheep." That was another comment that you made. But you have so much respect for
You speak to me.
everyone on the board.
Mhm. Direct your comments to me. You don't need to help, Mrs. King. I will run the meeting.
You're constantly giggling. You laugh at people that get up to speak in the audience. It's just really disturbing. It's unkind, and I just think that you saying that you have respect for other board members, I don't believe that to be true. I have some other comments here too, but I'm not going to go ahead and say them all.
You're Miss Sullivan.
I
I'm
am.
Miss King.
I request that you call me Miss Sullivan.
Judy Sullivan.
Miss King, if
I
you
have
could
a
call me
statement.
Miss
I have
Sullivan,
a
because I don't want to have any
We're
kind of
we're adults
view
here. My
of
name is
familiarity
Vivian.
for the
We all
Point of
know
order.
each other.
Point of order. Decorum, please.
I
Per
am-
Robert's rules,
I am-
decorum, please.
Excuse me, don't interrupt me.
I'm sorry.
I have decorum.
Decorum.
You can keep saying it, it doesn't
Mrs.
change
King,
the meeting.
Mrs. King, can
I
you direct your
have
comments to
decorum.
me?
Thank you very much.
Mrs. King, I'm simply asking that you refer to me as Miss Sullivan in the future. That's all.
Miss Sullivan. I have a
Everyone refers
statement
to me as Miss Sullivan.
I find it funny. Okay, Miss Sullivan. So a few things I'd like to address, and I'd like to ask the public to please beware of the dog whistles and gaslighting.
Don't address the public like this. This is a board meeting, and
This
I'm
is a
going to
board
ask,
meeting.
could you
Thank you.
please, you already had a chance to speak, so if you could just say
Let me know
any
when.
new issues that you want to raise. We have a long agenda tonight. I want to move on
Let me
this.
know when you're done.
Please don't speak to me like that. That's not proper for
You're
Robert's
interrupting
rules.
me. I am not saying anything that I am
I am
not entitled
interrupting
to
you
say.
because I do not
I am
support
entitled
you
to make my
addressing
statement.
the
This is
audience.
board comments.
I'm
and
sorry, could you
discussion.
please not speak when the board president is speaking?
You interrupted me.
Yes, because I'm making a point of order. You cannot address the audience. You address the board, specifically me, with your comments. So I'm asking you, in order to be efficient, if you could just round up any new additional items that you want to raise, and let's finish this conversation. We have a long agenda. It's 8 o'clock. Thank you.
Are you done?
You may have the floor,
I'm asking.
Mrs. King.
Okay, as long as you're done.
You're recognized.
I believe that the last committee meeting, I'm on one committee, the athletics, and I believe that Miss Sullivan was in her car, because you could see it on the video, that she was in her car in the committee meeting until she got home.
Right. Yeah,
When
she's
this
not
is not a back and forth.
Okay, sure.
This is
Gotcha.
my time. Thank
Okay,
you.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
No problem.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
I'll wait.
I will too.
Okay.
Okay.
Ms. King, continue with your comment. She's already given you deference to the floor. There's no need to continue.
I'm just waiting until she's done.
She's done.
Okay, as long as you say so. Thank you. Point of order,
I
can we
know
please
how-
stick to my questions?
I'm sticking to your question.
You're not. You're going off on a tangent.
Overruled.
Oh, you're always overruled.
Overruled.
When you want to go off on your law license.
Order of
I
order.
called the point of order first.
You can't speak over my
I
words.
called the point of order first.
I'm answering your
No,
questions.
you're not. If I may, Dr. Lorenz?
What's that?
Dr. Lorenz, is it April 20th that you're referring to? Yudin's Appliances, Inc. versus Jay Sullivan? Is that the one you're referring to? It's on page 36, I believe.
Couple things that Ms. King said a couple things that I don't agree with at all. So you said that you said we weren't asked to be on more than one committee. But yet you were. Well, maybe not you, but the others were. And you said no to the negotiations committee, which doesn't make any sense because you were on the negotiations committee in the past, so you had experience. So you would have brought experience to the negotiations committee, but you
Ms.
denied it.
King, excuse me. You are disrupting her by making gestures and mumbling to yourself. Please stop doing that. Mrs. King. Mrs. King, put your hand down, and could you please stop talking?
If this was a student doing this, they would go ahead and get in so much trouble. But meanwhile, she could act like this all the time, and it's disgusting.
I really do
Okay,
apologize,
it's like
Ms. Emily.
harassment. And it's ironic that you call out people in the audience for interrupting or saying something, but yet you say something all the time. You talk about people that get up to the podium, because I hear you, because I'm sitting next to you. You go ahead, you talk about people that get up to the podium and you say bad remarks. You talk about people in the audience. You talk about people, like board members, as we're speaking, but yet you go ahead and you like call people out in the audience for saying something. It's just like, you always play the victim, and it's disgusting. It's like literally like the definition of like a narcissist. It's like so ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And I feel harassed. I sit here and it's just like, I can't. It's beyond wrong. But you weren't asked to be on more than one committee. But other people were. And you were asked to be on the most important committee, the negotiations committee, and you refused. And you had experience that you could have brought to the table, and you didn't bring it to the table. Okay? So you got what you got, and that's it. Don't complain. It's a shit show all the time. And you know what the common denominator is? It's not Judy. It's not, I know, you know what? I'm sorry. I'm tired. It's after midnight. It's 12:30. And I don't care anymore because I'm constantly harassed sitting next to you.
Point of order. Ms. King,
So the
Ms.
common
Amelo is
denominator-
speaking.
The common denominator.
Ms. Amelo is speaking.
The common denominator the last few years hasn't been Ms. Sullivan, okay? Because before you got on the board, Ms. Sullivan, there were no problems on the board. But ever since you've been on the board, the common denominator is you. Because it's constantly, it's whether you're in the majority or you're in the minority or whatever, you have a problem with anybody who disagrees with you. Anyone who has like a higher position than you, or even if they have a lower position than you.
Point of order.
Oh, I'm just
Sullivan
going ahead and I'm
Ms.
letting you know my
Mrs.
feelings.
King, I'm
I'm
gonna
letting
have
you know my
to
feelings because
ask-
I've
Could
had
you
it.
please?
Point
No.
of
Play
order.
the victim. Play the victim,
I don't
Vivian.
think so.
Play the victim because it's constant. Play the victim. Go ahead.
You call me a liar. You said that I say things that I don't pull their weight. You've called me a liar at previous
Yes, you did. You
meetings.
called her a liar.
You did. You called me a liar at previous meetings.
But you have.
And you said the common denominator for the board having problems is me.
So
And
my opinion is that you're the common denominator.
she's allowed
so
to
there you go.
express her opinion. She is. I respectfully, Miss King, please.
No,
stop
I'm
interrupting.
giving my personal
Excuse me.
opinion.
Point of order, please. Please, we're adults here. Please.
Miss King, Miss
stop.
Emelo
She allowed you to
interrupt
speak.
you.
Allow her to speak. And I'm going to be honest, it's 12:25.
I shouldn't have to sit here and take these personal attacks while you're...
And I should. She's giving her opinion. You have personally attacked me.
Yes, you have. You totally
have.
do.
You
Can we
personally
please,
attacked
can we
me.
all just please stop?
Mrs. King,
And-
let Miss Emelo finish. She has the floor. Thank you. Miss Emelo?
I'm counting down the days. Counting down the days till your seat is up.
but I hope that everyone really listens to what's going on here. Yes, elections have consequences. Everyone needs to pay attention. Thank you.